What's all this?
What does it look like? I'm packing, leaving, hitting the road. You want me to draw pictures for you?
I don't understand.
Look, my train is leaving in 5 minutes, and you're holding me up.
All right, who is he?
Give me those pearls.
Evelyn, why? Why are you doing this?
Look, we had a few laughs together, okay? It's over.
Is that all I mean to you, a few laughs? Now, you know I wanted to marry you. I bought you a ring.
And it took me 3 days to get the green off my finger. Here's your ring.
Well, I told you I'd buy you something better, but it'd take time.
So you said. Now, why don't you go?
Evelyn, look.
I'm in a hurry, Wheeler.
But you can't just walk out on me like this. Why, you and me, why, I thought... Evelyn, I want to marry you.
With what? Brass rings and soft words? You can't even buy yourself a 5-cent glass of beer to cry in. Leave me alone!
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the old Ranger. Back in 1868 in Idaho, just like any place else, the size of the man had nothing to do with how hard he could fall for a woman. But sometimes bitterness can end up killing a man, while some woman stands off somewhere laughing and saying to herself, the bigger they are,
Beckett, you know I ain't no match for you in a gunfight.
Any man says I deal from the bottom of the deck, he better be a match for me.
This won't be a gunfight. It's plain murder. So somebody stop it. Go get the sheriff.
Looks to me like this man wants to go on living a little while longer. So why don't you find yourself somebody who don't care one way or another?
Beckett, why don't you take on a man your own size?
Any man wears a gun's my size. Well, I got a gun. So I reckon I'm your size.
Well, look, mister, you don't have to do it.
My beef's with him, not you. Step aside. This ain't your fight. It will be if your hand touches that gun.
Well, it's a fair fight, Sheriff. Beckett kept pushing for it.
It had to happen to you, Beckett, sooner or later.
It's funny. I figured he might have been faster.
Mister, that was a big thing you just did, stepping in like that, and I'd like to buy you a drink.
I didn't do it for you.
I'm beholden to you for what you did, mister.
Don't thank me. I wasn't doing you any favors either.
Well, I'm Marky Munson. Are you as thirsty as I am, mister?
Wheeler. John Wheeler.
Well, if you're drinking, I'm buying.
Well, thanks. If you weren't buying, I guess I wouldn't be drinking.
Give me a bottle.
Where'd you find him, Joe?
Rells Creek Canyon. In a wagon. There were 3 women, too.
Why didn't you bring them in?
I couldn't go near them. There were moccasin footprints close by. This big.
Bigfoot. Had to be. Nobody but that Cherokee works people over that way. I need a posse. About 6 men, right now. Anybody wants to know why, he can go outside and take a look at what Joe Cosgrove just brought in. Belly down, wrapped in a tarp. Well, how about it, 6 men?
I'll go along with you, Mark.
Joe found moccasin footprints about this long. I mean to get me that Cherokee Bigfoot.
Oh, no.
Let's go.
Seems like some of the citizens don't hanker much to help the sheriff.
What good is going after money if you might not live to spend it?
May I?
Will suit yourself.
You know, mister, generally I can look at a man and add him up, clear back to his cradle, but with you, I can't go back more than a half an hour.
Why don't you go spend your time on customers with money?
What's the matter with you anyway? You come into town and get yourself into a fight, doesn't involve you, and act like a man who's building his own pine box. What's on your back anyway?
Lady, you're on a pulpit a mile high, and I don't like sermons. Especially from women.
Sets me up. I'll mark that in my memory book under flattery. All it takes to get rid of me is a gentle hint.
You look like a man with a hair-trigger temper, are you?
Why?
Because I'm going to call you a fool, and you may not like it.
Hold it. 2 more bodies. Prospectors ambushed in their camp. Gold dust poured over their faces.
Guess that Bigfoot don't care much about money.
He's an animal. Tomorrow we're going after him again. This time I want 10 men, not 3. 10. I want volunteers. So see if some of you can grow some backbone overnight.
Sheriff sure ain't getting many takers, is he? Are you going somewhere?
Yeah. Gotta stable my horse.
Oh, but what a man couldn't do with $5,000. Buy himself a good horse, new clothes, anything he wanted. Oh, that's a lot of money. What would you do with that kind of money?
Probably something stupid.
It sure bothers you, don't it, Gilda?
Yeah? In a way I haven't been bothered in years. do you take sugar in your coffee? Cream?
What do I gotta do? Hit you with another building?
If it'll make you feel better.
I don't know what you're bucking for, lady, but forget it.
All right. This is just an old habit. When I was a little girl, I used to take coffee to my pa when he was working in the barn. Now Pa, he was a real man. He ran a good farm and was a good provider, and he adored his family. And then one day, dear Pa, he won a lot of money in a card game. And along with the money came the wench, the little blonde Swifty. And he changed. And she reached inside him and pulled his heart out. Left him nothing. Nothing, not duty or pride or self-respect or nothing. She made him forget he ever had a family. And he trailed along behind her like a sick puppy. Oh, he was a fool. And I loved him.
Why are you telling me all this?
I don't know.
You're all alike. So what are you doing now? Picking up where she left off? Only it's any man fool enough to shell out, huh?
No. I never thought about it like that before.
Pull in your claws, honey. You got the wrong pigeon.
Who are you trying to punish? Who was she? Whoever she was, she cut you into little bitty pieces. What was she like? Was she a redhead? Or a brunette? Or a blonde? What color eyes do you hate the most? Brown? Or blue? Or green? Or those big, wide, innocent kind? Whoever she was, she didn't leave much. You better go back to her.
Shut up.
You got that same sick look on your face, just like Pa. So you better go and find her, and you better buy her back.
Maybe I will. Yeah. Maybe I will.
Archie! Archie!
Wheeler?
Yes, go after him and bring him back. He's gonna be killed.
What are you talking about?
He's gone after Bigfoot. I know he has, and I drove him to it. It's all my fault.
And I didn't help none. Talking up $5,000 to a man who's broke.
Oh, stop him before it's too late.
Well, I'll be lucky to find him before Bigfoot does. I won't be able to see much before sunup.
Will he know where to look for Bigfoot?
Going that way, he couldn't miss Reynolds Creek Canyon. That's the right place. And the wrong place.
Oh, Archie, find him and bring him back.
I'll try.
Theoretically, you're dead.
Oh, I'm sure glad I found you.
You're some tracker, all right.
Wheeler, forget Bigfoot. He'll kill you.
That's my business. Now, you get on back to town.
Well, if you won't come too, let me stay and help.
You'd be a sitting duck for a kid with a slingshot. Now, you get on back to town before somebody else gets you in his gun sights and blows your head off. Now, get! told you to stay out of this, Arky. I got enough trouble watching out where he is without worrying about you. Now, if I have to, I'll break your arm with the next shot.
You bossed that little man around pretty good. Think you could push me around, too? Hey, boss man! Can you shoot at a sound like I can? And hit what's making it?
I can come close.
Hey, boss man! You must have a touch of Indian blood in you, too. It's a good thing my head ain't where this feather was.
Bigfoot? I'm looking right at you, and you're not smart enough to know where I am.
I'll find you, boss man.
But not soon enough. I got the middle of your head lined right up in the center of my gun sights. I want you to listen for the last sound you're ever gonna hear.
Looks like you forgot to count.
I'll get you to a doctor.
Too late for that. Man can feel death. What's your name?
John Wheeler.
Wheeler? Finish me off.
No.
Don't take me in alive. They'll stand around gawking at me. Let me die out here. Will you do that?
Yeah.
Make me a fire, huh? I don't do nothing the easy way, not even dying. But I wouldn't like to die cold. You don't look like no lawman or bounty hunter. Why'd you risk your neck?
I don't know.
What are you gonna spend the money on?
I haven't got it yet.
You got a pretty good grip on it. Well, she won. She said it'd end up like this.
Who?
Flory. Little soft Flory. Soft like a sidewinder. She wanted gold, bags of it. And I wound up killing a man to get some. I was the fool. She was the smart one. Wheeler?
Yeah.
You ever know a girl named Flory?
Maybe.
Sometimes I hear her up here in the rocks, laughing at me. That cold, hard laugh. I don't like anything cold. Oh, how can Flory be so warm when you're near her? Yeah, it's so cold. You ever kill somebody? You get money for her? Buy things?
No.
Oh, I'll die, Wheeler. You can count on that. You got it made. $5,000. Flory's got it made, too. But you want more. And maybe you'll go after it like I did. And she'll run out. And you'll hate the sight of money and the shine of gold. And you'll kill just to stamp it out so she won't get any of it. Maybe she'll be laughing too if you wind up on the wrong side of a fire, not wanting to die cold.
Marky, I know you're there watching. Come and help me dig a grave for this man.
Are you gonna bury him?
Yep.
Do you realize you've just buried $5,000?
No, I've only buried what's left of a man.
Why? Why? Why, he's worth... Even dead, he's worth $5,000.
Well, even if I got the money, I might do something stupid like give it to somebody I know. End up in a hole like him. Because she'd keep wanting more and more.
Who?
Florrie, Evelyn. The name doesn't make any difference.
You're crazy. Just plain out of your mind crazy.
Yeah, well, so is he. Let's get out of here. It's getting cold. Coffee, please.
Coffee goes awful good with a steak.
I can't afford a steak.
Well, I never did trust a man with too much money anyway.
You don't discourage easy, do you?
Depends.
For ridding the territory of the fiendish killer Star Wilkinson, a posthumous memorial was erected in Reynolds Creek Canyon to John Wheeler in 1940.
Leaves are all turning yellow. Such a beautiful time of the year.
It's always a beautiful time of year around you, Pearl.
Do you like me, Joe?
Like you?
I mean, you do care?
Pearl, I told you 100 times.
I know you've told me, but... Joe?
Yes?
There's Something I've been dreaming about doing for a long time now.
Yes, Pearl?
It started when I was up in that boarding school up in Canada.
Yeah? Gets awful cold up there.
I just have to do something, Joe.
You know, a funny thing happens whenever I get around you. It's that sweet vanilla you wear on the back of your little neck. I might as well use my head for a sluice box for all the good it is.
I know I can do it. I've always known it. And if you really cared about me, you just wouldn't talk about it. You'd show me.
Sure, Pearl, honey. Anything you say.
Promise? Say you promise.
I promise.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'll get everything ready. You get the guns.
Anything you say. Guns?
I'll start making the masks right now.
What mask?
Joe, be sure and get clean guns. I hate oily guns.
What are you talking about, Pearl?
Tomorrow morning. We're gonna hold up the stagecoach out of glow.
Hold?
You promised, Joe.
Pearl? Pearl!
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the old Ranger. A lady's handkerchief and a Colt 45. A strange combination. However, in 1899, it took a woman to have the last word when she was determined to be credited for the last stagecoach robbery.
It's a long way down to the road.
Charlie Bolton always used to lead his horse far enough away from the road so the stagecoach driver couldn't see it.
Who's Charlie Bolton?
They called him Black Bart. He was the most famous road agent of them all.
Oh, that Charlie Bolton.
Charlie always used to tease the law by leaving a poem behind. I wonder if we ought to.
This ain't no time for poems, Pearl. I'm itchy enough as it is.
You just be careful, Joe Boot, because I don't want anybody hurt. It's not my intention at all.
The sickest notion anybody gets hurt, it's gonna be me. It's against the law to rob a stage. And dangerous.
You better get ready. That stage is due within an hour. Here.
Listen, it's got a lace on it.
I made it out of an old pillow slip I had. Try this one. Guess I didn't get all the flour out of it.
Me, Joe Boot, a highwayman. Who'd have figured that? I knew my luck was pretty slim prospecting for gold, but this...
The stage leaves Globe and takes a shortcut through Cane Springs Canyon. Better check our hardware.
What?
The guns!
Hey, easy with that thing.
Put your mask on. We better get down to that road. Stagecoaches are usually late, but you never can tell. Come on.
This mask is getting hot. That stage will be another hour getting here.
Leave it on.
Why?
Because you're supposed to, that's why.
Well, they got rules about robbing a stage?
For heaven's sakes, Joe, you're just supposed to leave it on. Ready?
Pearl, I think we ought to talk this thing over a little more.
Let's go.
what down?
The box.
What box?
Now, don't rile me up, fella. Just throw that money box on down.
This state ain't hauled no gold for 8 years. Railroad does all that.
Railroad?
Yeah.
All right, everybody out. You watch him. Give me your hat. Empty your pockets into it. Yeah, all right, all right. Okay. $1 apiece for you for your bed and your supper when you get in. Now, vamos. Come on, vamos!
Yeah, we sure did. Desert. You ain't nothing here but rocks and sand and us.
Oh, we better rest the horses and eat something. Here, open these.
Beans? I don't like beans.
Well, you just have to, because that's all I brought.
Well, why beans?
That's all the James brothers lived on when they were on the run, and what's good enough for the James brothers is good enough for me.
Well, we'll start a fire.
No, we can't risk a fire. We're too close to the canyon.
You mean we got to eat cold beans?
Well, they're not going to kill you.
You want to bet? Hey, how much do we get anyway?
Hey, I forgot to count. Got 300, 320, 340, 350, 400, and 30, and... I vote for McKinley, Button. I'll bet you that four-flushing dude pushed this off on us.
$430. Yeah, I ain't seen that much money all in one piece in my whole life. What you gonna do with your half? Go to Ohio and see your mom?
Gonna give it all back?
What?
Well, of course. Don't think I'm a thief, do you?
You mean we... I held that gun and... give it back?
Well, I just wanted to prove I could do it. You know, I think I'm the only woman who ever robbed a stagecoach. Me, Pearl Hart.
You mean you drug me in on this for a prank?
It is not a prank, Joe. It's very important to me. I've been thinking about it for years.
Oh, hair-brained, muddle-headed, tomfool schemes I've been roped into. This one takes the blue ribbon. Here.
Joe. Come on now, don't be angry. We didn't do anything wrong, not really.
No. You try telling that to that sheriff when that posse catches up with us. Try telling him we was gonna mail the money back. It was all just a joke.
It was not a joke. And the posse isn't gonna catch up with us because I got it all figured out. I'm gonna throw them off our tracks by doubling back and forth across the trail. Now that's the way...
I know. That's the way the James boys did it.
Black Bart. You see, he always...
Oh,
used
never mind. What about back there, with them funny-looking rocks? We could bed down there for the night.
We better keep as much distance as we can between us and the canyon before nightfall. Let's move.
It sure does seem to me like we've been through here before.
No. No, we're headed south, I'm sure of it.
We'll camp here.
About time. Oh, no! Them funny-looking rocks. We're right back where we started from. We've been going around in circles.
Guess I got mixed up.
Mixed up.
Joe, you realize there hasn't been a stagecoach robbery in 10 years? You know the one I pulled? I was just thinking maybe it might even be the very last one.
It is for me, you can bet your boots. Boy, am I hungry. But not for beans.
I wonder whatever happened to Calamity Jane. I haven't read about her in a year. I used to read about her all the time. I even saw her once. She wore real fancy buckskins and a shiny gun on each hip. And she had a hawk-eyed expression that was really something to see.
Boy, I pity the poor dude married to something like that.
She wasn't married.
Well, that figures.
Joe? Joe, look over there. There's something over there looking at us.
Where?
Over there, see, next to that bush?
It's a rabbit. Easy little cottontail. Come on to supper. I got him.
Yeah.
I love rabbit. That sure was a lucky shot. If you hadn't seen his eyes.
He had such sad little eyes.
Here.
Ugh, I couldn't touch it.
For the love of Pete, why?
I keep remembering his sad little eyes. His soft gray fur. Maybe he was a she. Maybe he was even a mother. I couldn't touch that. You hear what I hear?
Yeah, chickens.
I'm hungry.
Well, so am I.
Now, eggs I could eat.
So could I. You wait here.
No, just go on in and buy some.
And what if that sheriff's been by here and told that farmer about 2 highwaymen?
Well, I'm still going with you. I'm your partner, you know.
Well, you watch the horses, partner.
Martha, get my gun. I bet it's that hawk again. Scared him off, did you, Pete? Good dog.
It ain't no use. That dog won't let me within a mile of that hen house.
I'll try.
He'll tear you to pieces.
Animals like me. Hi, nice puppy. Hi, sweet baby. Well, hi there. You've got a beautiful farm. It's just gorgeous, and I wanted to say hello to your chickens. Could I say hello to your chickens? I'll see you in a minute. Be right back. That's nice, doggy. That's a sweet boy. Okay. Bye-bye, nice puppy. You there, stop!
I was just a-going for you, Sheriff. A chicken poacher just snuck into my yard.
We're looking for two highwaymen robbed the stage out of Globe Wednesday morning. You seen any strangers around here?
Just that chicken poacher. You catch him if you hurry. He took off toward the valley.
We gotta find those highwaymen. We got no time for poachers right now.
Well, now you looky here, Sheriff. I know my rights, and I'm telling you he ain't too far away.
All right. We can ride that way, I guess. Let's go.
Oh, fine. This is just fine. We got no food, we're lost, and sitting out here in this pouring down rain.
I'm sorry, Joe. Nothing like this ever happened in those books I read. I didn't know this was going to happen.
Oh, it's all right, Pearl. Somehow I'll get us out of this. We'll give that money back and nobody be any the wiser. But from now on, I'm giving the orders.
Yes, Joe.
And what I said...
Are you catching a cold?
No, I'm gonna skip that and go straight into pneumonia.
Joe, what a beautiful stream.
Yeah, we might as well fill up the canteens.
I'm gonna take a bath.
A what?
With all that grime and sand on me, I feel dirty.
Pearl, how can you think of taking a bath when we got a posse breathing down our necks?
You just go over there by those trees and keep a lookout, Joe, with your head turned that way. Go on.
Hurry up, will you, Pearl?
The water is wonderful, Joe.
Hey, Pearl. It's a posse. Get out of there.
Oh, no, not like this.
Quick, get dressed. We better get riding.
Joe, turn around. I dropped it.
Come on, let's get out of here. chance against 3 men. We gotta give up.
Well, if you have to, wave a white handkerchief.
I ain't got no white handkerchief.
Then turn around again.
Hold it.
Where's the other one? She'll be right out as soon as she gets on her flag of truce.
She?
Get their horses.
Shame on a young girl like you being a chicken thief.
A what?
I guess that's what we are, Pearl. Chicken thieves.
I'm not a chicken thief.
Well, sure we are, honey. Admit it.
I'm a road agent.
Don't josh the sheriff, Pearl.
We are highwaymen.
Pearl?
We robbed the stagecoach out of Globe.
You? You two are the agents who took more than $450 off that stage?
It was only $430. I'll bet you that dude lied about that. Want me to put my hands up?
Put your hands up.
All right, mount up.
All right, you can put your hands down now. Just who are you, young lady?
My name is Pearl Hart. I'm the Arizona Bandit.
And you?
Belle Star.
You two follow me.
Pearl Hart and Joe Boot were tried and sent to Yuma Prison. But the place wasn't equipped for female prisoners, and Pearl was finally released. She never saw Joe again because she traveled around with a show billed as the Arizona Bandit. Then a year later, she vanished from the scene, never to be heard of again.
Lieutenant Martinez?
See?
Told I'd have to have this signed by you.
What business takes you across Texas to Mexico City, Senor? Stephen Austin? This is a Spanish land grant. This is worthless. Since we have just defeated the Spanish, Mexico now belongs to the Mexicans. You should know that.
I understand that, Lieutenant. But my settlers are promised Texas land by the Spanish. Our reason for going to Mexico City is to get the new revolutionary government to recognize that grant so my people can enter Texas.
I greatly pity anyone that would live in Texas. There is nothing but heat and Comanches. This, my friend, is the land of the devil. But it is your skin.
Thank you.
You travel alone, senor?
Yes, one is enough. The other settlers have wives and children.
There are 1,200 miles you must travel. You are very foolish to travel alone. But there is someone else of the same mind. He is a former soldier who goes to petition for his back pay. Hey, Valdez, ven acá. You are in luck, senor, for he speaks your language. It is said that Americans make very good tobacco.
I think I might have some extra.
You will have company to Mexico City, Valdez.
I do not travel with gringos, Lieutenant.
Well, it is up to you. But it would be safer that way. A book of Spanish grammar, senor?
I want to learn the language enough to make an impression in Mexico City.
Well, I thought perhaps you may not have to travel alone, but...
I have changed my mind. I think you are right. It would be safer to travel with another.
This man is Domingo Valdez, Senor Stephen Austin. You both can protect each other.
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the old Ranger. Texas boasts many great names, but one of the greatest of all, the man considered the father of Texas, was a young visionary named Stephen F. Austin. In 1821, he undertook a dangerous journey to Mexico City to gain official recognition of his then invalid Spanish land grant. It would be 1,200 miles across Texas through desolate, hostile Indian country. Now, he carried with him $400 for expenses and a book of Spanish grammar.
¿Cómo está usted? Usted?
You would do well to look for Comanche signs, senor. They can shoot an arrow through you and your book.
For the past 2 days, amigo, you worry about Comanches as though you have a personal vendetta. Don't move.
That shot could bring the Comanche.
Comanches.
About a day old, I'd say. 3 braids. Now we'll camp here.
I do not think this is a good place to camp. The cover is no good.
The horses are tired. Besides, we need a rest.
I do not think this is a good place. I will find a better one myself.
Your horse is tired. If we jumped, he couldn't carry you a mile.
Perhaps you are right. Comanches. Desgraciados.
That's a 4-legged coyote.
You do not have to tell me the difference. I've lived in this godforsaken Texas. I know el coyote when I hear one.
I've seen Texas. It's a place where a man can take roots and grow. A Mexican and American can get along. But ever since we started, you've been looking at me like you want to slit my throat. Now, what is it? Me or all gringos?
Perhaps it is this. This Texas, where nothing grows. I have tried working in this devil land, and it mocks the plow.
Coffee?
A man should pour his own coffee.
A man can accept help without being beholden.
No one does anything for anyone else. You work, and you take what you can. This I have learned.
Texas.
It is only good for the snakes and the Comanches.
The gringos? What happened to your leg?
When I was a little boy, a gringo catches me fishing in his river. He ropes me, like some animal, and he drags me behind his horse. Perhaps you wait for me to thank you for saving my life from the rattlesnake. I do not thank you. I owe nothing to no one.
I never asked you for thanks, Domingo. Now look, we got a long road to travel together. Let's try to get along, huh?
I do not like anything that I do not understand, and I do not understand you. You come to this Texas to get land for your settlers, huh?
That's right.
They are related to you? A son? A cousin?
By blood, no. We all believe the same. Texas is a place where a man can stretch himself and grow. There's a whole new world for my people right here.
These people who are not of your blood, you risk death for them. Senor, you are a fool.
No, amigo. If you really believe that, you're the fool. And you, why do you risk your life to go to Mexico City?
That is the difference. The Army owes me back pay. I go to Mexico City to get my money so that I can leave this Texas forever. I go for myself. With this money, I'm going to buy a new farm. One that the Comanche will never burn.
You travel a long way on hope, my friend. I've heard revolutionary armies sometimes forget who they owe.
Forget? They must pay me. A man needs money to buy a farm. This money is owed to me.
tree.
It's just a boy. He is a Comanche. It is a trick.
This gash is no trick.
Let us leave him and go.
Probably fell from his horse.
He is a Comanche. The others will be looking for him. They will find us.
And this wound needs fixing. Get me a canteen. I said get me a canteen. Austin. Austin, friend.
Hote. Hote.
Hote. Austin. Friend.
Austin, friend. Austin, friend. Austin, friend.
I think this wolf cub wants to be friends. Why don't you talk to him?
Austin. Austin?
Horse. Horse.
Horse. Austin, friend. Horse.
Must be the first book he ever saw.
He probably waits to steal it.
Domingo, wake up. The boy's gone.
While we slept, he must have sneaked off to bring his tribe down on us.
My money is gone.
You see? I told you he was not to be trusted.
What kind of a fool do you take me for, Domingo? Nothing else is missing. Not even the book he was so taken with. An Indian has no use for a white man's money. That boy probably never even saw money before. Now, come on, let's have it.
See, I take your money. I admit it. As I said before, a man has to help himself. But I will make a fair exchange with you, gringo. I take your money for my leg. I take your money for my farm.
You steal my money for your farm.
I'll take what is due me. You bring my saddle. You'll stay with your desert and your Comanche. Put on my saddle. Go on. Shoot! Shoot me. What are you waiting for?
I ought to let that bullet in your leg until you would beg me to take it out. Then maybe you'd know that all gringos aren't bad. Same goes for Comanches.
I'll take care of my leg. Better get the horses before your cub finds a stripe. You ran them off, but they will be back with your friend. And he will take your scalp.
This'll have to do until we can get to water. Can't spare the time to take out that bullet. He'll be back soon.
It's no use. I cannot walk. Too bad you could not kill me before. I've seen what the Comanches do to their prisoners. Here.
What's that for?
They like to play games. Kill me before you leave. What are you doing?
Stop talking and save your strength. It's about 18 miles to that next water hole.
Just a few more miles. Oh, I cannot go any further.
We'll rest again. At the water hole.
What's the use? The Comanche will only track us down.
Nothing. They're taking their time.
They will follow. They will not be satisfied just with horses.
Now, my scalp won't decorate some Comanche lodgepole. Not if I can help it. It's been with me too long.
You won't make it with me.
It's time we're moving. You all right?
Same bad luck I've had all my life.
Next water hole's 15 miles.
You think we would find water there? You're a fool to drag a dead man with him. I do not joke with myself. I'm dead already. I will go no further.
The bullet's got to come out.
Even if you were to dig out that bullet, it's no use. I'm dead already. Go on. Leave me. I prefer to die with myself. I need no gringo help.
That bullet's coming out whether you like it or not. If we're jumped, I want you on your feet.
They'll be coming soon. Hey, your settlers, they depend on you to get them their land. You are their leader. They cannot lose you.
I'd be a poor leader if I left a man to die. Your bite on this is going to hurt.
You could have killed me or left me to the Comanches. Why do you do that? I'm not one of your kind.
What's my kind? Gringo? It's just a word like Mexican and Comanche. There's no difference in us. The only difference is when we don't understand each other. Some men are afraid of what they don't understand. Like you, amigo.
My life means nothing. But you must save yourself. Go.
Austin friend! Austin friend!
Looks like we made a good friend, huh, Domingo?
He will not be friendly to me. I have wronged him, too.
Austin friend.
Okay.
Austin friend.
No. Friend. Austin friend. Friend.
Austin.
Well, I reckon it's a fair exchange, boy.
Horse.
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 Senor Austin, I think in Texas you will help many. I'm proud to know you.
Both men made it to Mexico City. It is ironic that when Austin was getting his land grant approved, the settlers almost gave up, thinking him dead, when the Spanish grammar with his name on it was found in a Comanche camp. Under Austin's devoted guidance, the American settlement in Texas flourished. On the base of his statue in Stephen Austin State Park in San Felipe, Texas, is this inscription: "No other state in the Union owes its existence more completely to one man than Texas does to Austin."
see you, Virgil. Thanks for coming.
What's this all about? And why'd you have me meet your way out here?
I didn't want anyone in town to see me with Virgil Earp. I've got a real problem, and I need help. Now, let me explain. This is a map of Bell Springs. It's out on the open and has a vantage point for miles around. Some call it Robber's Roost. Every road agent, cutthroat, and outlaw in these parts is holed up here from time to time.
Who's the top man up there?
It's not a man, a woman. Belle Wilgus. She's smart and she's rough.
Well, why not get a posse big enough to raid it?
Be like fish in the barrel. They keep a sentry posted round the clock. One signal from him and they'd be waiting for us.
Well, where do I fit into this?
The Wells Fargo office was hit recently. The man who did it was a loner. One of my men killed him a couple of days after the robbery. Now, nobody knows we got him. From what we found on him, his name was Bill Martin from Missouri. Now, me and my men, our faces are known in these parts. But you, nobody knows you. Now, this Martin was headed in the direction of Bell Springs.
So I become Bill Martin.
I'm not going to mince words with you, Virgil. If we can get a man in there, get rid of their sentry, and get a signal, just a small fire, it's a rotten job. And if you turn me down, it won't change things between us.
The name is Martin. Bill Martin from Missouri.
Now, this is the money from the Wells Fargo job, just as we took it from Martin. You better take this, too.
Silk. Martin's.
Yes, he wore it around his neck under his shirt. Sort of the trademark.
Oh, this might create the wrong impression up there.
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger. The name of Wyatt Earp has become immortal, but not enough has been said about his brother Virgil. Virgil was a dedicated lawman, and some say twice the man Wyatt was. In 1879 in Arizona Territory, Virgil Earp undertook an extremely dangerous mission when he stood trial at Bell Springs.
All right, hold it. You just take your left hand and drop your gun belt. You just sit still, mister. I'll put a slug right through your head. What are you doing around here?
I'm looking for a place they call Bell Springs.
Maybe you found it. Maybe it's unlucky for you, too. Get up. Are you gonna invite me in?
Just what are you and who are you, mister?
Well, the name's Bill Martin, ma'am. You see, I had a little business with the Wells Fargo people in Tombstone.
You done that Wells Fargo job?
That's right, ma'am.
You're awful polite for a hard case, mister.
Well, back in Missouri, that's where I'm from, my ma always learned me to be real respectful to ladies. That's a fact, ma'am.
He pushed his way in here. I don't want him around.
We got enough filth in the house already. We don't need any more.
I'll handle this, Pa, and I don't care what you want, Grady. I'm running this house. And get back on the rocks. You're still on duty. Now get. And you too, Lester. We need water in the kitchen.
Nobody pushes me around.
I said get!
settle with you later.
Me and my brother Grady, we always like or don't like the same things.
So you're from Missouri, huh? I spent some time around there myself. Where in Missouri?
Well, the Southwest. Little town called Carthage.
You know it, Judd?
No.
Judd? Well, you gotta be Judd Walker.
That's right, son. You know, you look kind of familiar. How come you know me?
There ain't a leather pusher this side of the Mississippi hasn't heard of Judd Walker. Well, you've been chasing the law a long time.
What do you think, Judd?
I heard about that Wells Fargo job before I rode in here. They say the fellow that done it wore a fancy silk handkerchief around his neck. He ain't got one.
Well, I like to wear it under my shirt. The silk feels real good next to my skin.
All right, you're in. Just follow the rules. Keep your nose clean. You can stay as long as you want. The tab's $5 a day, room and grub.
Thank you, ma'am.
You can bunk with Judd here if he's a mind to.
Sure.
That'll be $35 cash on the barrel head. In advance.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't go flashing that roll around in front of my boarders. It's not exactly an honest group we got here, and I don't want no trouble. We don't tolerate fights, fists or guns.
Yes, ma'am.
Judd, you seen Janet?
About an hour ago, out at the barn with Chad.
Oh, don't go running off, honey girl.
Sometimes you're not a very nice man, Charlie.
You love it.
Leave her alone. You leave her alone. I don't want your kind near my daughter.
What do you mean, my kind?
You're dirt. Nothing but dirt.
Now, look, you...
That'll be enough.
Me and Chad, we were just talking. Ma, I'm just about 18. Would you tell Papa...
What are you doing here?
Janet, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have done that, Pa.
I had to bring these devils into our house. I'll see my daughter dead before I let one of them call her his woman.
More coffee?
Thanks.
Janet. Janet, did you tell Pa supper's gonna get cold?
He said he wasn't hungry, so I just left it at that.
You know something, mister? You don't look like what you're supposed to be.
Oh? Well, what am I supposed to be?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You know, faces have got a way of lying to you about what a man is inside. Now, you take a face like Chad's there. Handsome as all get out. You never think that that pretty boy was a killer. Fact is, Chad likes killing.
Lester, Ma said for you to go relieve your brother so he can eat and we can get the dishes done. And Chad, you go out and chop the wood for tomorrow. And Bill, you can help me in the kitchen.
Lester? I ain't at all sleepy. Tell you, I'll take the night watch and relieve your brother for you.
You ain't doing nothing for me.
Looks like the boys don't take kindly to you at all, Mr. Martin.
Why don't you eat?
I lost my appetite. Don't you see what's happening, Belle? These men, these outlaws. Janet finds them, I don't know, exciting. Her eyes light up when they talk of robbing and thieving and running from the law. Just can't go on much longer, for Janet's sake. I don't know why I ever let you talk me into running a place like this anyway. We're as guilty as the worst of the ones we give shelter to. I ain't made for living the other side of the law.
Did the law protect us when you got shot? Did they offer to save the farm when they knew you couldn't work it any longer? They knew you was an innocent bystander in the bank when it was held up. They didn't offer to help, did they?
We've been through this all 1,000 times the last 8 years. I'm telling you, Bill, it ain't going on much longer. Janet's got to get rid of men like Chad Hayden, or he'll turn her into trash like himself.
I'm getting tired. You better turn in first. You'll never get to sleep once I get to sawing wood. I snore pretty loud.
You go ahead. I'm used to snoring. I got a brother who's a champ.
Well, remember I warned you.
Nice night.
Yeah? Thought you'd be in bed by now.
In a minute.
The full moon tonight. They say it makes the coyotes restless.
Maybe it's the moon. And then again, maybe it's something else. Bill?
Now look, Janet.
Rules, no fighting. You know that, Chad.
I caught that saddlebound trying to make love to Janet. Like two dogs fighting over a... Why didn't you let them kill each other?
There's been nothing but trouble ever since you got here, Martin. I'm ordering you out of here tomorrow. That goes for you too, Chad. Now, everybody get to bed. You get in the house, Janet.
Mom!
Get!
I'm gonna finish my smoke.
Remember, you get out of here tomorrow morning. Take this coffee out to Lester. He fell asleep the last time he was on late watch.
Did his brother take it to him?
Grady just got off watch. He's gone to bed. Now take it to him.
Who's that? That you, Grady?
you, who started that fire? Les? Who started that fire?
One of the men thought he saw a signal fire coming from Bell Springs, but he couldn't be sure. Get 3 horses just in case.
A fire? Then somebody tried to signal.
I think I got it put out before it got big enough to be seen from a distance.
And Lester?
He's gonna be nursing a knot on his head for a couple of days.
Well, maybe that'll keep him awake. A signal. Look, you round up the rest of them. We're gonna have us a prairie dog court.
Janet, I'm pulling out of here tonight. Heading for the border. You want to go with me?
Mexico? Me?
I got enough dinero to last us a year. Buy you all kind of pretty things. We can really live in style down there. Show you places. Just you and me, honey girl. We can really live it up.
I don't know, Chad.
Now, what do you want to do? Rout out the rest of your life here? Now, you come with me and we'll really live it up. What do you say?
All right.
I'll get dressed, throw some things in the bag, and we'll slip out of here later on tonight.
Now let's look this over again. Judd here said he was in his room sleeping. Grady claims he was in his room, too. Martin was having a smoke on the porch. And Lester was standing sentry duty. Now, one of you's lying. One of you clobbered Lester and started that fire.
How can you prove that you were out on the porch, Martin?
I had 3 witnesses. Chad, Bell, and Janet.
That's right.
You keep out of this, Janet.
How do we know you were in your room? Or Judd either, for that matter.
Are you accusing me of something?
You watch your tongue, son.
No, you hold it, both of you.
Where's the old man? What about him? He never did like any of us.
He's in his room. He hasn't been feeling good.
There's a fat price on all of our heads. We'd make a nice big haul, wouldn't we, Grady?
Oh, boy, you lousy.
All right, both of you, stop it.
Grady, you're a glutton for punishment.
I told you I don't want no violence. I warned you once before, Martin.
I've had a belly full of these misfits. As far as that goes, it would have been a lot easier for Grady to do it while his brother was on sentry duty. He could have planned it for the reward on all of us. As a matter of fact, did anyone see you go into your room?
No. Judd was in his room. I heard him snoring. Chad was in the living room because I sent him with a coffee for Lester. But I didn't check up on you, Grady.
You all gone loco or something? Do you think I'd pistol butt my own brother?
How'd you know he was hit with a pistol?
Yeah, Grady, how'd you know that?
I just figured it, that's all.
Come to think of it, it'd been just as easy for Chad to do it when he brought the coffee to Lester.
That's right. That's it, man. Let's ride.
I know who started that fire. You did it, Martin.
You see? You see?
Shut up. Go ahead, Judd.
I've been looking through that there atlas. There ain't no Carthage, Missouri.
You're out of your mind. It's at the tip of the state. Let me see that book.
You just stay put.
Have a look, Bella.
Judd's right. There ain't no Carthage, Missouri.
Let me give it to him, Bell.
We can keep out of this. There's an art to killing. You gotta know how. Ain't that right, Martin?
Ma! Look!
Now, do you still think it was me?
But who? We're all here.
Pa. Get those rifles. Take your positions. Janet, let's get out of here.
Janet!
You're not going anywhere.
Why not? I'm old enough to make my own life, and I'm going with Chad, and you're not going to stop me.
Pa was right. He saw it, and I didn't. All this, it's my fault. Pa said he'd see you dead before you became their woman. That's why Pa did it.
Come on, Janet.
Drop it, both of you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You listen to your pa, child. He knows what's right. I'm sorry, too, child. Marshal, my wife wasn't always like what she became these last 8 years. It all started with the bank holdup. And we lost the farm.
Janet's told us all about it. I'm sure we can do something to help you get started again.
Oh, no. It's too late. Belle's gone.
Well, what about Janet? She needs you.
Do you, Janet? Do you need me?
I need you, Pa.
Well, I guess you can give me my badge back now.
Just who are you anyway, mister?
I'm a United States Marshal. Name's Virgil Earp. Oh, by the way, Judd, there is a Carthage in Missouri. Towns have a way of springing up fast nowadays.
The story which you have just seen was taken from the records of the famous Earp family, which are in possession of Mr. Hobart Earp of Ontario, California.
Thank you. It was my pleasure to have Death Valley Days tell the story of my cousin Virgil. And it was exactly as he told it.
Thank you, Mr. Earp, for giving us another true Death Valley Days.
Give me a hand, Doc.
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger. In less than 30 seconds, the most famous of all gunfights was over. Wyatt Earp and his brothers, Morgan and Virgil and Doc Holliday, killed 3 outlaws and chased 2 others out of Tombstone. But history had forgotten what happened after the OK Corral.
Welcome to the Earp Hospital.
Well, if it's visiting hours, we'd like to see your husband.
Urge, you got some visitors.
Be right with you.
Well, I guess I'll just fix us all a pot of coffee.
You're a lucky man, Burge. You never hear a whimper out of her. When we were married, she said what I did for a living was my business. She hadn't mentioned it since.
How's the leg?
Well, the pain's all gone. I'll walk out the kinks in a couple of days.
How's your arm, Morgan? Oh, I just split up a load of kindling. Can't get out of it anymore. Things still quiet?
The only thing I broke up all week's a dogfight, but it was a pretty good one.
What about Clanton and the others, Wyatt? Since the court threw out the murder charges against us, they're not going to take this thing lying down.
Well, we'll let them make the next move. We'll wait.
Wait? Oh, we can't afford to wait. Why, they'll be gunning for us before you know it.
I think he's right, Wyatt.
We're in the way. They've got too much tied up and stolen horses and cattle. They got to move them.
So what do you want to do, Morgan? You want to arrest him, turn him over to Ben so we can let him loose an hour later? You know he's just using his badge to cover for the Clantons. The only way we're going to discourage them is to plant a couple more up on Boot Hill. No. Oh, there won't be any more showdowns like the Corral.
Well, everybody knows that they should have been shot down long ago. The Citizens League and the churches are all behind us. Why, they won't even ask why.
But I will.
Well, you want us just to sit around and let those vultures operate on their own terms?
These badges don't give us a right to play judge and jury. Being it just aching to go running to the governor and spill his guts, the Earps are taking the law into their own hands. We got to use our heads.
What for? Targets?
That's what we hired out for, wasn't it?
Now look, 3rd Street's mine. Hank, you take 4th. Frank, you take 5th. Virgil relieves Morgan at midnight. He'll be showing in about 5 minutes.
Whichever one of us gets him first, fire twice, quick, so we know it ain't something else.
Right.
That late so soon?
Yep. Morgan's out there right now saying to himself, I thought midnight would never get here.
Virgil,
Yeah?
nothing. I'll see you in the morning.
can remove the ether mask.
How is it, Doctor?
Yeah, no liquids when he wakes up. I'm going to try and catch a wink or two. I'll be back soon. If anything happens, you know where I am.
I want to know, Doctor. I've got to know.
I've seen men survive unbelievable injuries. Your husband's a fighter.
What's that?
That's Ike Clanton's hat. I picked it up in the alley back on 6th Street. There were 2 others with him.
It's got to be Stillwell and Swilling. Now, they've hightailed it back to Ike's place, that's for sure. Let's take after them.
There ain't nobody going no place.
Oh, Wyatt, it's what Morgan said. One by one, they'll pick us off.
I said we'd wait, Doc. We're paid to enforce the law, not break it. We're lawmen. We work for the law, not against it. I'll ask the sheriff in the morning for a warrant.
A warrant? Well, what are you going to do with it? Wrap fish in it? Come on, Doc.
You stay put, Doc.
Now, look here. You're my brother, and I can't rightly call you a coward. But you're a fool, Wyatt. A fool!
How's your brother? He'll make it. That hat was found in the alley right after the shooting. Belongs to Ike Clanton. I want a warrant for his arrest, and I want it now.
Morning, boys. Be right with you after I finish with the marshal. Claims Ike Clanton shot down his brother last night. Wants a warrant for him.
Oh, that couldn't be old Ike. Why, we've been up his place for the past week. He ain't left once.
That's right, Sheriff. There's 5 will testify to that.
Got another 30 if you need them.
40.
Well, that hat's enough evidence to hold Clanton on. I'll take that warrant, Ben.
This could have been planted by somebody unfriendly to Ike. With the evidence I've just been given by these 2 citizens, I don't see how I can justify giving you a warrant, Marshal. We've got to operate within the confines of the law.
Now, we wouldn't want to violate the law, would we, Sheriff? Give that to Clanton next time he comes by to pay you off.
I won't be insulted by you, Werp.
You just were.
He's going to open up to me just once too often.
Sure, Johnny, sure. We'd like to be around when you take Herb apart.
Any more news, my doctor?
Good fellow says you couldn't kill Virgil with an axe. He's gonna make it.
Wyatt, I'm sorry I lost my temper last night. But I still believe I'm right.
You're entitled to your opinion, Morgan. It's your neck, too, you know.
I'm not one of the family. But the 3 of you couldn't be closer to me than brothers. But Wyatt, this is one time I think you're wrong.
Well, we're not going to shoot first and talk later. That's the way Clanton and Stillwell do things, not us. From now on, we travel in pairs and keep our eyes open.
Hello, Charlie. You got any Java?
Out of it for over a week.
How'd you like to go over to Tombstone and buy some?
Out of cash, too.
There's 25 for services to be rendered.
All right, Jack. All right, we'll play for a half hour.
Oh, why don't we make it an hour? The town's as dead as a salt mackerel.
If you're heading a half hour, we'll make it an hour. Go ahead and break them.
Ooh, do I feel lucky. Hey, you want to make this a little interesting?
The bit says you can make that one ball.
You're on. You want to pay me now?
You better take a look at that cue ball, boy.
Get the doctor.
Can you straighten out my legs, White?
They are straight, Morg.
Then it's my back. It's broken.
Well, you better try not to move. Must be his spine, Doc. He's got no feeling in his legs.
Which leg am I touching?
I can't feel a thing, Doc.
Clanton had Pete Spence, Indian Charlie, and Stillwell.
One of those filthy, lousy, no good.
Take care of yourself, White.
From now on, we're all living on borrowed time.
And so are a few other people.
Where is it all going to end? When and how?
We're all leaving for Tucson today. And we're taking Morgan's body with us.
Running away? Quitting?
Morg's dead. Verge is crippled. And I can see what it's doing to Alice. We're getting you two out of Tombstone right now.
But why Tucson?
There's a train leaving Tucson for California tomorrow. I want you to be out there with Mom and Dad and Colton. I want Morgan to be buried out there. Out here in Boot Hill with all the scum. Come on, Doc, we got a lot to do. And Alice, you pack just what you need.
That rough on you, Verge? In a way. I still feel like I'm running away.
Thank God for that. Pride can be a deadly, foolish trap. At least in California, we'll be able to live like human beings again, not play pigeons.
I just saw Frank Stillwell in the cafe downstairs.
You stay with Verge.
I'm going with you.
Do what I say, Doc. This is a family matter.
Wyatt? Here, Alice. Dr. Goodfellow wants the dressing changed every day.
Where'd Wyatt go?
The railroad tickets. He's gone down to get them. Everything but the brandy. I remembered everything else.
What's happened? Where'd Wyatt go?
All right, Verge, don't be crazy.
He's my brother.
Verge! Don't you think I'd be down there with him right now if he would have let me? This is something he's got to do by himself.
Who is it?
Stillwell.
You got him. You got Stillwell.
Did you try to arrest him?
For what? So they could send him back to being? I called out his name, he saw me and froze. I gave him time to draw, then shot him.
Thank God we'll be leaving all of this in the morning.
Well, I gotta go see the city marshal now. Take good care of yourself, Verge. That's what Morg said, Doc, when... Goodbye, Alice. Give my best to Mom and Dad.
But we're going to California together.
I'll get there eventually.
Which way you headed, Wyatt?
Tombstone.
Doc. Doc, you look after him, will you?
Don't I always?
Well, this sure ain't a very good likeness of old Johnny Ringo.
Wyatt got to Frank Stillwell in Tucson and gunned him down last night. The telegram just come in.
I told him to hole up somewhere.
This time, Herb stripped himself up. I'll hang a murder charge on him.
Sure. This I want to see.
Sure are a lot of surprised citizens out there.
News will get around, Doc. We'll have some visitors, all right.
You don't look like you're getting ready to go to Sunday school.
You know, Doc, you've been a friend of mine for a long time. But I'm going to have to ask you to stay out of this. You and I have been through a lot since Dodge City. But this, well, this is something else. They don't want you. They want me.
Hey, remember me? I'm the joker those nice southern doctors gave 1 year to live. And I have lived every one of those days as though it's my last. And you know that. And you and me, we made a deal. And where you go, I go.
Hi, Doctor.
We just heard about Stillwell. You ought to get a medal.
Any news for me?
Yes, the Citizens Committee has learned that Pete Spence is hiding out in Mexico. Clinton left this morning for the same place, and Indian Charlie is back working his mine.
Thank you, Doctor.
Indian Charlie?
Indian Charlie.
Herb, you're under arrest.
For what?
For the murder of Frank Stillwell.
Why didn't you arrest him, Sheriff?
William Brocious, I hereby deputize you to organize a posse and to arrest and bring to justice one Wyatt Earp.
I'll do my duty as a citizen, Sheriff. With pleasure.
Why did you do it, Charlie?
Do what? What are you talking about?
Which one of you shot my brother?
Look, Marshal, you got it all wrong. I never leave my mind.
Quit lying, Charlie, and tell me who shot Morg. I'm in a hurry, Charlie.
I don't know. We all shoot at once.
Why did you do it?
Because they give me $25.
I'm going to count to 3, Charlie. 1. Morgan dead for $25. 25 lousy dollars.
Curly Bill. That was Curly Bill. Sheriff sure picked a fine, upstanding deputy. Well, Mexico next? There's still Pete Spence and Ike Clanton.
No, I've had enough, Doc. I've had enough shooting and killing that lasts me for a lifetime. Spence and Clanton, wherever they go, make their own hell. Men like that always do.
California, then?
No, I gotta go someplace and unwind, Doc. Get the stench of gunpowder out of my nostrils. See what it's like to lead a normal life again. You know, they tell me Colorado's a right pretty place this time of year.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Ike Clanton was killed running from a federal posse. Pete Spence surrendered and was sent to prison. Doc Holliday finally died in 1887 in Colorado. And Wyatt Earp eventually joined Virgil in California, became a successful businessman, and lived quite contentedly till he passed away in 1929. Already a legend.
That's it, Clem. It's all over.
Slick as a whistle, Doc. How much I owe you?
$2 and 2 drinks for me and my lady friend.
There you are. Set 'em up, John. I'm going home and show the old lady.
Neatest job of tooth pulling I ever saw, Doc.
It's all on the wrist, John.
Doc, is there anything I can...
No. Another one. Well, what are you two gawking at?
Heard you were in town, Mr. Holliday. We're honored, ain't we, Spence? For Dennis, they say you're real something with them cards. Thought you might like to join us for a few hands.
Deal.
Doc, Bailey's a troublemaker. He's a loudmouth and a sore loser. And him and his sidekick Spence throw a lot of weight around Fort Griffith. Don't get mixed up with him.
John's right, Doc. The way they play cards, it's not straight.
Well, and we'll just have to keep our eye on them, won't we?
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger. The lure of the West beckoned many kinds of men. They came out for different reasons. Some for wealth, others for power, a new life. But John Henry Holliday came out for a unique reason, to die. Back in Georgia, the doctors had given him only a year to live. But this living on the brink of death made him a man of many moods, a gentleman and a killer. A man with two separate personalities, the quiet and the fury.
Pretty lucky, aren't you?
Well, it's half the game, Bailey. 2 parts luck, 1 part skill, and 1 part keeping your eyes open.
All right, let's play a little draw this time. Open on anything.
You're the dealer. Open for 50.
Call. Pay another 50.
Raise 100.
I'm out. Call.
Play poker, mister.
Huh?
There's a standing house rule about looking at the deadwood.
That's right, Bailey. Leave the discards alone or forfeit the pot.
What are you talking about? Because that little trick is kissing kin to a sneaky way of cheating.
Cheating? Now listen, Mr. Holliday.
You know the rules, Bailey.
How do you figure it's cheating? I don't know what you've got in your hand.
By knowing what's in the discards, you know what's not in my hand. What's the matter, Bailey? You got 4 to a flush and you're trying to figure out how many of your suit's already out?
How many?
1. Just 1.
Doc,
It's all right, Kate. He handled the deadwood again, didn't he, John?
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
What are you doing? I've got a flush. There are 9s. It's my pot.
You were warned.
Coffee. It was deliberate. You didn't have anything, so you set me up.
You set yourself up.
Why, you lousy. No good.
Hold it.
That man just saved your life, fella, for whatever it's worth.
You killed him. Murdered him.
Well, he drew on me. What am I supposed to do? Duck, I'd be dead now instead of him. You can't argue with an idiot like that.
You're a killer. You're a filthy killer.
Don't push your luck.
Doc Holliday, big man, big gun. You think you can just drift into our town, do whatever you want to, shoot us down like dogs?
Well, you saw what happened. What's the matter with you?
He didn't have a chance. Not a chance. Not against you. You murdered him.
No, look, you stupid. Somebody get this plow pusher away from me before I pull the top of his head off.
You better go, Spence. We'll take care of Bailey. You're not gonna get away with it, Holliday. We're gonna string you up.
No, Doc.
Fools, stupid fools.
Take him over to Leeds and Egan's, will you, boys? Look, Doc, when you rode in here, you said you were just passing through. Well, maybe you better hit the road right soon. I know it was a fair fight, and I ain't blaming you, but I know this town. There's no real law here, and it's that way all over Shackelford County. They got their own way of settling things like this, and most of the time it ends with a rope.
Well, I'm not going anywhere. There's no reason to run. It was self-defense, and there are witnesses.
In these parts, witnesses have got a way of showing up with a new horse and saddle and a new story of what happened. Well, they can be bought off real easy.
He's right, Doc. This town takes to a lynching like a Sunday school picnic.
Oh, you'd be a big one for him. You're a celebrity. You were headed for Dodge. Go now. Get out of Fort Griffin.
Nobody runs me out of town. Not even Fort Griffin.
Why? What's he trying to prove?
That he's not afraid. And you know what? He's not. He's not afraid of anything. When he rode in here last week, I didn't like him at first. He was cocky, too sure of himself. He didn't care whether I made up to him or not. Maybe that's what hooked me. You know, he told me when he left Georgia, the doctors gave him 1 year to live. That was 4 years ago. He calls himself a ghost, a walking ghost.
He'll be a ghost for sure if Spencer whips this town up into lynch fever. And they won't care whether Doc's afraid of him or not.
What about the sheriff?
Taylor, that old bum? Well, he couldn't stop a dog fight. Okay, if Doc don't get out while the getting out's good, they'll hang him for sure.
I'm telling you, Bailey didn't have a chance. Not against a gunslinger like Doc Holliday. And just because Bailey held the winning poker hand, for that he was shot down like an animal.
Yeah, the way I heard it, Bailey drew on Holiday first. It was a fair fight.
How do you have a fair fight with a killer like Doc Holliday?
Yeah, but I...
And Holliday is just the first. Now, if we don't nip this in the bud right now, there'll be others drifting and shooting up the town. And don't forget, this ain't just some saddle tramp with a quick trigger. This is Doc Holliday.
Yeah, we ain't had a bigger hanger as him in a long time.
Now, we gotta learn these outsiders. They just can't come in and take over our town. You all remember what happened in Kenville a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Why must you be so stubborn? I know this town. I know what they've done before. It'll take them 3 or 4 hours to get liquored up enough to form a citizens committee. Do you know what that is, a citizens committee? It's an animal with 40 legs, a drunken mind, and a piece of rope. And it'll come looking for you.
You're pretty upset. Why don't you have a drink?
Oh.
Who is it?
Sheriff Taylor.
This place has a sheriff?
You can call him that.
You Holiday, Doc Holiday.
Yeah?
Figured you'd be a bigger man.
What do you want, Sheriff?
I want you out of town.
Why?
You killed a man.
In self-defense, and I can prove it.
I don't care about all that. I just want you out of Fort Griffin. Tonight. Now.
Look, Sheriff, I know my rights. And that's one thing I don't want tampered with, my rights.
Look, Mr. Holiday, the people are getting all fired up. There's even talk of hanging. You can feel it in the air out there. I felt it before, and I know what a mob can do. Now, please get away while you can. They'll come for you, and I won't be able to stop them. I never can. They never listen to me, not when they got the lynch fever. Now please go. I got enough nightmares already.
If you can't do your job, why don't you quit?
I run a peaceful town.
Except for an occasional lynching? What do you do then? Look the other way?
You know, I felt sorry for him.
So do I. So does he. And feeling sorry for yourself is a quicker death than the one I'm saddled with. I'm hungry. Let's go eat.
But, Dad!
Come on.
Oh, all right.
Oh, John, you're just in time for dessert.
Doc, I've been looking all over for you. The street's starting to come alive. It's the calm before the storm. Spencer's rounded up the men. They all been drinking hard. You gotta get out of here.
Look, these people can't intimidate me. I didn't want to kill Bailey, but he didn't give me any choice. Now, I'm not going to sneak out of this town with my tail between my legs.
He won't listen, John. I've been trying to talk some sense into him for an hour. The sheriff even got enough spunk to ask him to leave.
I'm closing up, folks.
You're not closing up till we're through eating.
Now, look, 2 months ago, the Citizens Committee piled in here and drug out a stranger. They broke my best china and 24 glasses and a table. Now, I'm not looking for anything more like that. Just let me lock up, will you?
What do I owe you?
Nothing. I ain't gonna charge a man for his last meal.
Doc, let me bring your horse around the back of the hotel.
You going back to your place. We'll meet you later.
But, Doc,
Come on. Kate, let's not go through all that again.
Well, if you don't care about yourself, think what it would do to me if they dragged you out and strung you up somewhere.
Well, if they try it, I'll take a couple of them with me.
What about me? Don't I have any right to...
No, you don't have any right. I told you that last week. I told you I was a sometime thing. Here today, gone tomorrow, and to leave it at that. There's no tomorrow for me, Kate, or next week. Just now, that's when I live, only in the now. You know what it means to stand by an open door and wait for death to walk through? Sit down for lunch and not know if you'll still be around for dinner? Going to bed at night, staring out into the darkness, knowing that he's out there somewhere. Wondering if you'll ever see the morning sun again. Waiting, not knowing. Only that it could be any day, any minute. Well, death has dog-heeled me for 4 years, and I had to learn not to fear death, or I couldn't live at all. When you learn not to fear death, you learn not to fear anything. Not a gun or a lynch-crazy mob, and you know why? Because what can they threaten me with? Death. And death doesn't scare me anymore.
Let's go now and head for Dodge. Maybe the doctors there can help you.
Doctors can't help me. I've been all through that. If and when I go to Dodge, I go alone.
That first time you held me was just a week ago. But before that, before you, I was somebody else. I can't explain how it happened so fast. I only know that I love you. Isn't that stupid? The rough and tumble Kate Fisher. Isn't that the funniest thing you ever heard?
Kate, I felt good being with you. But I can't give you time. That's the one thing that I just don't have. I can't make any lasting friendships.
All right, Holiday. Let's go. Real quiet.
Now, look, Sheriff, you don't have to...
Just you be quiet. Maybe I have been taking things too easy, always looking the other way. Well, maybe it's not too late for me to pull myself up by my own bootstraps, and you just come along with me now.
Look, Sheriff, I really don't see any need for all this.
By morning, the crowd might be simmered down enough for you to ride on out. Now, you keep him here. I'm going to hold you responsible.
Boys, come on now, drink up. All right. All right. Now, what do you say we have one more drink and get the rest of the boys and go get them? All right. Huh? All right.
What'll you have? Kate? What are you doing in those clothes?
They've got Doc. The sheriff took him by surprise.
He's got him hidden in that old saddle shop at the edge of town. Sheriff was in here and told me what he was going to do. He's going to keep Doc there till this bunch quiets down, whether he likes it or not.
All right. What are we waiting for? Let's be getting on with it, huh?
Look, I'm not taking any chances. I need another gun for Doc. Have you got one?
What are you fixing to do?
I figure the only way to keep their mind off Doc is give them something else to think about. Give me the gun. Can you get me 2 horses behind the hotel right away?
Go out the back.
Thanks.
All right, boys, is everybody here? Yeah. All right, then let's go. All right, boys, let's not be taking a long night.
We know how to handle it. Go, let's get it now. It's a big one tonight. Gonna string 'em out good and tight. We're gonna string 'em out. Hey! Hey there! Hey! Now, come on, fella. You're gonna have a real nice necktie party for Doc Holiday. Your old woman. Kate Fisher!
Clem, there's a fire. The town's on fire, look.
Fire!
Go tell him. Clem,
Fire! Fire!
You get out of here, Spencer. Get away. That goes for all of you.
Now, look, Sheriff. Holiday killed our friend, and we got to take care of him for that.
Now,
Why don't you just look the other way?
I'm through looking the other way.
Why, you old...
Fire! Fire! Wyman Stable's ablaze! Fire!
Why, the whole town can go up. Let's go. Get out.
You out of your mind? You could get hurt.
There's no time for talk. There's a bunch of liquored up men down there waiting to dangle you from a rope.
You just don't get the point. These people don't scare me. I'm on borrowed time, and whether it runs out here or someplace else doesn't make any difference.
All right. So you're not afraid of dying. 3 cheers for fearless Doc Holliday. Then what are you scared of? Maybe it's living. Is that it? Maybe you're scared of letting yourself want to live. Doc, a week ago, I didn't care whether the sun came up or not. And yeah, I spent many a night staring out of my window, too, waiting. But I didn't know what I was waiting for. Now I do. And you're a fool if you don't make every day count. We could make them count together. I don't like to be any place where I'm not wanted, and we're not wanted around here. So let's go, huh? I got the horses waiting.
Why do they make me do this? Why do they always want my blood until I want theirs?
Doc!
Come on.
Doc, better get going while they're putting out that fire Kate started.
You started the fire? It's a long, dusty ride to Dodge, Kate. Not an easy trip for any woman.
I'm not just any woman, Doc.
No, I guess you aren't.
Doc, I got a close friend in Dodge, detective fella. Look him up. Tell him Shancy sent you. I think you two will get along. His name's Wyatt Earp.
I'll do that.
So long, Kate.
Bye, Doc.
Holliday did look up that detective fellow, and the close friendship that followed between Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp became a legend. Over 23 men tried to gun down that deadly dentist, but they landed on Boot Hill, while the specter of death hung over Doc for 15 years. Until 1887, when he passed away in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, of consumption. Doc's waiting was over.